As the Klein Tigers prepared for their district opener against rival Klein Oak, senior wide receiver Jeff Bowcutt was set to go as well, which hardly seemed possible considering the horrific injury Jeff suffered on this very same practice field just 13 months ago.
My junior year, we were 2 days before we actually even started the season, and I was just running and landed on my leg wrong and broke my femur in half.
The severity of the broken femur was bad enough in its own right. A steel rod and several screws would be needed to repair the leg, but there would be other complications for Jeff to deal with soon after the injury.
They took 4 days to do surgery, and because I had been sitting in the bed for 4 days, I developed blood clots in my lungs, in both my lungs, so I had to go to the ICU for 4 days. And they had heart surgeons on call, and it was a big mess. Honestly, I don't remember most of it because I was on lots of painkillers.
He had the bone fixed and put a rod in with a bunch of screws, and then had some complications with that. Was in ICU for about a week and lost a lot of blood and developed some complications from that. So it wasn't your standard surgery of a broken bone.
The blood clots that had reached Jeff's lungs would ultimately dissolve and general health concerns would diminish. Still, Jeff would spend the next 3 months in a wheelchair. And not surprisingly, doctors told Jeff his football playing days were done with.
When they did that, it just made me have more desire to keep playing and to just want to push through the injury and get back on the field.
And incredibly enough, after months of intense rehab, Jeff was back on the field just 8 months following the gruesome injury, returning to his team for the start of spring football.
I was working every day trying to, that was my goal, to play for spring football. So, and it wasn't fun. It hurt even during spring football, it hurt. But I just pushed through so I could get back on the field.
He persevered. He's the epitome of perseverance and toughness and hard work and discipline. And so if anybody could do it, we knew he'd be a guy that could do it. So did it surprise us? Didn't surprise us, but it still is one of those remarkable things to witness.
And while Jeff isn't quite back to where he was before the injury, he is seeing considerable playing time for the undefeated Tigers, doing so with a full appreciation and gratefulness for getting back in the game.
I'm very blessed beyond measure. We're doing real good so far this year. I'm real happy to be a part of this team, and just the fact that I can be out here playing again is a blessing. So.